Hello, and happy Fracassi Friday to you. This, my friends, is a package from the man himself. This is his Patreon package. Was this his Patreon regular package, or a combination of his Patreon and his Kickstarter? I don't recall. Maybe it's a combination of both, because I don't think the Screenplays here was through his Patreon. I think this was through his Kickstarter. Or maybe I got it through the Kickstarter and I got another copy through the Patreon. I don't recall. So this, my friends, is two screenplays by Philip Fracassi, Boys in the Valley and Gothic, both of which feature the incredible artwork of Luke Spooner, as well as his Patreon package. So this is going to include a signed book plate and a, I think my Treehouse is Haunted chapbook, which is very exciting. Oh, I like this. I like this book plate. Dated for 2024. It features his the wheel from beneath pale sky. Very, very nice. Put that on the side there. Then we have, I think my Treehouse is Haunted, which has the title on the back cover, surprisingly, and just the artwork on the front cover. Very nice. So this is available. This was available to his patrons. The following is reprinted with permission from a series of online Reddit entries. Very interesting. Cover art and interior illustrations by Dave Dick. Cover and interior design by Paul Michael Kane. Paul Michael Kane, the guy behind 19th Editions, is currently working on the rebinding of the Boys in the Valley Bible edition. So I'll be having that coming soon, once those are packaged up and ready to go. Boys in the Valley, one of my favorite novels the past few years. It's just an absolute masterpiece of a novel. And when Philip Fracassi was fundraising, he was raising some money for his tour, his book tour, which I had the pleasure of going and seeing him in Toronto on his book tour. He ran a Kickstarter, and one of the perks from that Kickstarter, in addition to two screenplays, was the Bible edition. So 250 copies. This is 111, signed by Philip Fracassi himself. Very, very nice. It should match the same size of his other chapbooks, such as, what the hell was the name of that one with the Francois Vaillancourt artwork? Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. You can yell at me in the comments below. But then also was two screenplays for Gothic and, got fuzz from the carpet, Gothic and Boys in the Valley, which is very exciting. So, okay, so we have Introduction to Boys in the Valley, Boys in the Valley screenplay, Boys in the Valley screenplay, two screenplays for Boys in the Valley. He had the original back in 2014, and then he redid it in 2017. And then the novel itself came out in 2021. So you can actually see that it actually started as a screenplay. Introduction to Gothic, and then a Gothic screenplay, and then bonus chapter, which is awesome. Very cool. Nice little introduction there. Okay. So I'm intrigued. I can't wait to dive in. I'm not usually a screenplay reader. I love movies. I love films. I love a good screenplay, but I don't necessarily read the screenplay themselves. But I do have some screenplays in my collection, including primarily the William Peter Blatty Lost screenplays. So I've got those. And he's got Gothic. So did Gothic also originate as a screenplay? There's no year, at least in here. Let's go to page 323, the very first page of Gothic. Let's see if a year is mentioned there. He might mention it here. His old garage, he mentions 2014. Without reading the entire introduction here, the novella version, Earthling to the Rescue Again, career launch. Okay. Without reading that whole thing, I'm not certain if it was, originally a screenplay or not. I mean, Philip Fracassi did start as a screenwriter famously wrote the screenplay for the Santa Paws 2. So, if you can find a copy of the Santa Paws 2 out there and you run into Philip Fracassi, you can have him sign your copy. This is number 105 of 250 copies. Very, very nice. Very cool. I like some Luke Spooner art. Luke Spooner has been getting lots of work these days. It seems like his art is everywhere. I was first introduced to Spooner's art through Weird House Press. He had done some artwork there for Devil's Night and pretty much every other Weird House Press title. Wow, yeah, his artwork kicks ass. So I don't know if the screenplay or the chapbook are available without having already purchased them. I'll put a link in the description below to Philip Fracassi's website. If there are copies available, it would be through there. But his Patreon's really cool. This is to help out a incredible author and help him on his feet during this year where he doesn't have as much coming out publication-wise. He does have, that's not this year, though. I was going to say he did just announce the 3 rules of time travel, the 3 laws of time travel, which is going to be published by Fantasia Press, which is awesome. But I don't think that's coming out this year. I think that's going to be a next year or beyond. But that seriously, if you haven't read any Philip Fracassi, you need to read Fracassi. Check out Boys in the Valley. Check out Gothic. Boys in the Valley is available anywhere books are sold via Tor Nightfire. Gothic has a trade edition through Cemetery Dance. Both of them do have limited editions through Earthling, but you're going to be spending a lot of money there. A Child Alone with Strangers is an incredible novel as well. None of these novels read the same as the other novels. He has a different voice for each one. Gothic is very, very dark. Think like your Richard Lehman, your extreme horror. Boys in the Valley is more Stephen King-ish. Child Alone with Strangers is more Robert McCammon-ish. So each one of these titles is going to be vastly different from the rest. And then he's got a science fiction one coming out, which is exciting. So lots and lots of books to check out. I have plenty of unboxings on the channel for other Fracassi works. And like I said, I will be doing the Bible edition of Boys in the Valley once it was received. So please consider subscribing to check those out. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching, and we'll see you around next time.